Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy CrispPurpose back at it again with another Gems of War Tower Invasion video for you guys. Now in this one, for this week's Tower Invasion, we picked up this troop right here, which is the Stone Shatter. I think that's how what's called. Doe Stone Shatter. It's a Pansvale troop, wild folk troop with a 12 mana cost. The spell is Wild Call. It will deal damage to an enemy. If they are a tower, it will deal 3 times to 5 times damage based on my ascensions. Then it will create 1 to 3 times 3 wild cards. Pretty interesting spell right there. Possibly could be useful, even more useful as the battles progress, but not looking so great at the start. Of course, it has for its traits Wild Cunning. All wild folk allies will gain 1 magic when my turn begins. That is an interesting first trait. I don't think I've ever seen that first trait before. All wild folk allies gain 1 magic when my turn begins. No, I haven't seen that one before. That's probably a new trait. It also has Arcane. It gains 1 magic when an ally casts a spell. And of course, it has a Siege Breaker final trait, dealing 3 times to 5 times skull damage versus towers based on my ascensions. Now, this is the team that I'm going to be using to start off this tower invasion event. Up front, we're going to be having the Ruby Macaque weapon. Now, you guys have seen me use this many times, and for good reason, right? The Ruby Macaque is one of the best weapons in the game, especially when it comes on to true damaging enemies. And this is going to be dealing true damage, then creating those booty gems and exploding 5 gems. I'm using it along with the Titan Hero class for the 50% mana start, and along with that, this is going to be the setup for the talents. Impact is going to be set, Stone Circle, Storms Aura, Rock Solid, Lightning Strike, and Fortitude. And of course, I've purchased a couple potions as well. So I have a Potion of Enchantment, the Potion of Explosion, the Potion of Rejuvenation, and the Potion of Armor in the talents right there. Queen Beatrix is going to be my support option on the team. She's a wild folk as well, and the Mystic, 16 mana cost. You can get this troop from the Deep Hive, which is associated with Drifting Sands Kingdom. She's going to be dealing her Hornet's Nest spell, creating those green gems and brown gems, 9 of each, then dealing true scatter damage, and then an independent 40% chance to gain an extra turn, and her mana back, half her mana, I should say. She has deep vitality for her first trait. Second trait is, of course, arcane. And final trait is the beautiful royal honey final trait, cleansing all allies whenever you match 4 or more gem matches. There is the Do Stone Shatter in the third slot. And King Selenus is a great legendary troop that I'm going to be having on the team. He is the troop that will be giving a 50% mana start to all wild folk allies. So your Queen Beatrix is going to be having a 50% mana start, which is pretty good. He is also impervious and he has a wild folk shield. All allied wild folks will gain 2 armor. His spell is decent as well, but I think majority of the times I won't need to cast his spell. I'm just going to be having him here for that final trait. The banner on this team is going to be the Pax banner, right? From the Warband's Hunting Pact. It is a +2 on green, +1 on brown. Then we're minusing yellow because only King Selenus uses yellow mana, and we are not casting King Selenus. All right, let's hop into a fight right here. This is going to be my first fight. I haven't even tested out this team. I just put it together because I think that it will work, right? It should work very, very easily. All right, let's watch the explosion happen here. And there we go. The Ruby Macaque is ready to go. Bang. That's how easy it's going to be. Whenever there is an event that has Queen Beatrix in it, there's most likely it's going to be a pretty easy event. I don't see anything stopping this team from working the way it should. For any player that have the necessary resources, right? If you have the Ruby Macaque, use it. If you don't, maybe you want to take off King Selenus, put on a generator option, and put on another Beatrix, right? A generator option is going to be for the weapon, of course, for the hero. And then you allow your double Beatrix setup to do the work. I don't think anyone out there should have a problem getting Beatrix, right? It's an underworld troop. You can easily go down to Deep Hive and cast a couple Chaos Shards at the portal. And I'm sure that you're going to pick up a copy of Queen Beatrix. It's a legendary troop. Sometimes the legendary troops take some time to drop from the portal, but if you're persistent, even if you don't have all the resources immediately, eventually I think you'll get them, and you should be able to pick up a copy of Queen Beatrix. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking to you guys while I play through these fights. I'm just going to keep it very simple, man. This is a very easy team to acquire. If you don't have the Ruby Macaque, pick another weapon option, right? If you don't have it, so for example here, imagine I didn't have the Ruby Macaque weapon, right? As you can see, we have all options available for weapons here, so you can pick whatever you see fit. So for example, I don't have the Ruby Macaque. All right, let's go down the route of a generator option here. So for example, let's go ahead and get a tome. I think a great tome comes to mind. Here we go. The Obsidian Labram, right? So the Obsidian Labram simply here is going to be exploding gems, right? It's going to be exploding 61 gems, magic plus one, then has the ability of summoning a a obsidian depth troop. So let's move the team around somewhat. We're going to be taking King Selenus off. We're going to be moving uh, Beatrix to the top of the team, and then we're going to be going and grabbing another Queen Beatrix, right? So another Queen Beatrix should be right here. There we go. Right, so that is going to be the team. The Doe Stone Shatter, I'm going to be putting her in the back, and I'm going to be keeping the weapon in the third slot, a little bit more secure position right here. So now let's change around the class. So for classes, I'm going to be going with the Archer Hero class here, simply because it has a Leaf Storm, which is going to allow my Queen Beatrix to get spell ready much easier. And then I'll have a Root Trap for the battles that won't have four towers. Because once you have four towers, the towers are invulnerable, so you won't be able to entangle them. But for the battles that I'm going against right now, there's still an enemy at the top that can be entangled. So let's run it like this, right? And that's going to be the setup right there. So the class is going to stay the same for Archer, and the banner, yeah, the banner is going to stay the same. I switched the class from Titan to Archer, and yeah, let's run into this and see if we can make it happen with this team, right? So we could say we're going to be having about two teams, not just simply one, but two. I originally thought of just making one team, but I'm like, might as well, since I know that some persons are going to be saying, well, I don't have those meta options. I don't have this, I don't have that. There you go. Two Beatrix, the Tower Killer at the back of the team, followed by the Obsidian Labram. It's a very powerful option. Of course, you're going to run into battles that are going to be having four towers, and then that entanglement won't work. But nonetheless, you should be able to get the job done with this team right here. There we go. Obsidian LeBron powered up. Now, one Beatrix, two Beatrix. Yeah, man. Queen Beatrix is there. You should not have a problem. Nobody should be having a hard time with this tower invasion event. All right, guys. So that is the team. Those are the teams right there. Queen Beatrix on the top of this team twice. I was using it for the Ruby Macaque, followed by Queen Beatrix, followed by the Doe Stone Shatter, and then King Selenus. I rotated the team here, put on the Obsidian Labram, double up my Queen Beatrix, and the Doe Shatter is Doe Stone Shatter. This name is so weird, right? It's going to be at the back of the team. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful and informative. If you did, remember to smash the like button, comment to let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you all next one. Peace.